Hey YouTube, how are you doing today? I am making a video for you today about how I lost 107 pounds and how you can do the same. Okay, so probably it took roughly about a year to lose the weight, but I think I lost about the majority of the weight, probably 60 pounds or 75 pounds within like a few months, because I know last summer I was losing about half a pound per day. So about, what is that, 15 pounds per month. And that continued for about 2 to 3 months. So I dropped probably 45 to 60 pounds very, very rapidly. And so, we all know that weight loss is hard, and, people simplify it and they say, just work out and, sorry, that's the little one on the monitor. But yeah, just work out and just eat right, right? That's all you gotta do. But it takes sometimes a very long time to get there, to even get the motivation to get there, and mainly to have the willpower to do it. So for years and years and years, I would say, hey, when the new year comes, I'm gonna, try to lose the weight throughout the year. Years would come, years would go, the weight did not fall off. Having 3 little ones didn't help, or at the time 2 little ones. Just had my third 16 months ago, and I actually lost most of the weight after I had him, while I was postpartum, while I was breastfeeding. And so I can help you with tips on that as well. But the main changes that I made was I just started to be active. So every day, if I wasn't sick or something like that, like have a flu or cold or something like that, I would like force myself to go work out. So primarily I would just walk an hour per day. Sometimes I would walk the steps at my house, or I use a mini stepper with the resistance bands as well. So some days when I had time, I would walk 2 hours a day around my neighborhood on the trails. So just getting more active, that definitely helped to lower my calories for the day, but also just getting my body moving to get that weight falling off. And I remember years ago, probably 15 years ago, I read a book by Kevin Trudeau called The Weight Loss Cure. And he talked about how if you walk for 1 hour per day at a steady pace, not a fast pace, just a steady pace, it would actually cut into your fat reserves better than strenuous exercise would. And it's true, because my primary mode of working out was just walking, and I dropped 107 pounds. So the second part to my weight loss was my diet change. I initially started off small. I would do meal prep. I would, eat salads for lunch. I would try to eat salads for lunch. And I started out doing like salads with chicken and croutons for lunch. And then like for dinner, I'd do brown rice, broccoli, and I would make like turkey meatballs. And for breakfast, I would try to do fruit. And then when I started really dropping the weight, that was when I went vegan. So I just cold turkey went vegan last June. I have since changed that. I did reincorporate like salmon back into my diet, like shellfish and salmon. But when I went vegan last summer, the weight just fell off. No dairy. I stopped drinking coffee. None of that, the dairy creamer, no meat. I was doing fruit for breakfast, salad for lunch with soup, like bean soup, healthy snacks. Dinner, I pretty much ate whatever vegan meal I wanted, but I wanted to be really intentional about breakfast being fruit and lunch being a salad with bean soup. So that helped me tremendously. And like I said, last summer, I dropped a half a pound a day. So 1 pound every 2 days. And that lasted for months. I used to love getting on the scale in the morning, because I already knew I had lost weight from the previous day. So that's just some of the tips that I have, and just to show you how I lost 107 pounds. I went from 311 pounds to 204. I'm 204 right now. I do still have goals to lose more weight, but more so now that I've reached my weight loss goal. My weight loss goal was to lose 100 pounds, and I surpassed that. And so now I'm not necessarily focused on weight loss. I'm more so focused on toning my body, strength training, weightlifting. And like I said, I have a little one. And so it's kind of hard to do the weightlifting right now. I don't want to like leave weights around the house or anything, that could be dangerous. But as he gets a little bit older, I'll be able to weight lift more, and I'm really going to start getting into that. But yeah, so I do plan on strength training, maybe losing a little bit more weight, but those are just some of my tips. I hope it works for you.